everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your thumbnails with 𝐻𝐻. Just a disclaimer, the link to download 𝐻𝐻 will be in the description down below. Also, this is available for Windows, Mac, or Linux. I hope you enjoy the video and I hope this helps you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I make my GFX thumbnails. So how about we just get started? So what we're going to do is click open file, or you could do Control Q. So open file, and then find your background or whatever you're using for basically the background. I usually use a GFX in the background of my thumbnails. Let me just find it. Okay. So this is the background I use a lot in my thumbnails, and what I do is I go up to here, filter, and then I click blur. And then I make it 100, or you could find a background off online like Google, whatever you use to search. So now I have my background, and then what I can do to get the GFX in there, you guys are probably wondering how. You go to layer, import/export, import layer, and then to make the GFX blend in with the background, you have to have a transparent GFX, which if you don't know how to make, I have a tutorial on that, so make sure to go check that out. And then I'm gonna click this, and then voila, our transparent GFX is in there. And then we have this tool right here. It's called transform a layer or section, Control T. You can also click that to activate it once you have something selected. So I can also scale it like this. That looks a bit messed up, but you know, we could always undo it by hitting Control Z. Okay, so you can just stretch it out or whatever, do all the stuff you need to do with it, stretch it like this. Okay, so now I'm going to add some text to my thumbnail. So what you do is went too ahead. What you do, you probably just have this like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. Okay, remove. So what you probably have is either the paintbrush selected or this. You're going to click this T button, and when you hover over it, says SVG text tool, click it. And then what you're going to do is drag a box like this. It doesn't matter how big it is, it can be the tiniest little midget. And then it says placeholder text right here. Just backspace it and type whatever you want, whatever your video is about. So I'm gonna do how I make my, I like to do it in different. And you want to make sure your text is easy to read. Like if your text blends in, you're not going to be able to read it very well, and nor will other people, so you want to make sure of that. And then I'm going to click the text button again, drag another box, then if you don't like how it looks, double click it again, and then you can always like adjust it. Save. Close. My thumbnails. And oh, by the way, I'm using 𝐻𝐻. I don't know if I mentioned that. Oopsies. But you can go to the 𝐻𝐻 website and download it. So yeah. And then I can also drag another text. On computer. Okay, so I have the basics down. You could also put more images in, for example, import layer, blah blah blah. You do that. And then I could also put in a different photo. Like I'm just gonna try to put in a different thumbnail. Like for example, this is a thumbnail I did not a long time ago, like this Halloween actually. And we can size it so it looks normal. And then we can also size it in so it fits, because we don't want it covering up everything. We could put it in the corner. That's one thumbnail I've made. Or we could twist it around just like that. We could import some more thumbnails I've made, because why not? And then we also have this thumbnail, this handy dandy thumbnail, that we can always size a little bit differently. And yeah. So now I have my thumbnail behind her head. If you're wondering how to do it, because it was like, here, I'll show you. It was like this before. So what you do, let's just pretend it was at the top the whole time so it's covering up her face. What we do is we drag transparent thumbnail under your GFX. So mine's called Flash U58 GFX PNG. And then we I know it looks like it's above her head, but it's actually not. So yeah, that's how you do that. And you can always do that with like other things. And then one of my favorite parts to do, I just had a little spin on my thumbnails. You don't have to do this. What I do is I layer it, import layer. I go to my saved pictures because I saved a little heart overlay. And then look at these hearts. They are just so cute, right? Okay, so I really love doing the hearts because it makes it have some more pizzazz. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag it over here. Ooh, I don't want it behind the background, then you can't see it. So it's like behind everything and not overlapping everything. And then what I do is blending mode, normal. I like to change it to a couple different things like lighten, you can do color, addition. I think that looks really nice, honestly. Oh, let me do that. Then we can go to this tool just to do that. And sometimes if my text kind of blends in and I don't want to change the color, I go onto this tool. It's called the freehand brush tool. You can also click B to activate it. Like if you're on this, for example, you just click B and then you're on it. Then what you can do is right click, and then there's all of these little brushes you can use. I like using this one like to do my text a certain way, and then I drag it like to a nice pinkish color. And then I try to color behind the text. So what I do is I color on a certain layer that would be behind the text. Like for example, my GFX behind the text over here. So flashy, And vector layer 2, that's just all my text on there. They call it vector layer. I have no clue why, don't ask. But so then we can just go there and then we can color it so it looks a bit more, not blended in. So we could just color like this. I'm just gonna color this and I'll see you guys. Oh, and by the way, if you make any mistakes, you can always go right here. If you're on a certain tool, then you can just erase it. It's an eraser. You can always just unclick it, or there's an eraser tool right here. Just in case you ever mess up and you're like, I have to undo everything. So, yeah. And really, there's so much you can do on Krita. I didn't know this for a long time, but now I'm really glad I do. So, like, you can do everything. And this is my finished thumbnail. I may change this text. Like, you just gotta double click. And then we can just save that. And boom. So yeah, and now to save your photo is what you're probably wondering how to do. What you're going to do once your thumbnail is all done, you don't need any other changes, you're going to go up here to File, Save As, and then save it to a good folder. I recommend having a thumbnails folder because I make a lot of videos and I make a lot of thumbnails for them. So, and then name it whatever you want. So, I spelled thumb wrong. That's embarrassing. Okay, so then you can just click save. And then this thing comes up, PNG image warning, saving PNG will lose information from your image. It actually, from experience, it really doesn't, but it just says that. And then you can save your image as a Krita file. What that means is it'll open, when you click on your one of your files in this image, it'll open up this program called Krita. You don't have to check that. If you want to, you can. And these, I don't mess with them because I don't know what to do. And then just click OK, and then check your folder to make sure it saves. Not that it normally doesn't, but yeah. So this is my final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this helped you make your thumbnails if you're struggling to find a good thumbnail editor on your laptop. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone!